incident that I thought was weird. So, you know, me being on the age of getting to 13, I thought my hygiene was like the most important. Like, I was like, oh, I fucking stink. Like, da da da. Like, I feel like I stink. Da da da. I'm gonna go get in the shower. So I'm getting in the shower, and while I'm in the shower, this man gonna come in the bathroom. On the phone with him every night. She would literally come in my room talking about, why are you on the phone with my husband? And I'm like, because he won't get off. Like, he wants to be on the phone with me. He wants to be on the FaceTime with me. I will hang up the phone, and he will call me right back.
Alright, what's up with it, y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video, right? And listen, the title of this video says Part 1, How I Got Touched by My Stepdad. Now look, I don't know exactly what the hell is going on with this situation in particular, but you always got to pay attention to what's going on around your kids, with new people, old people that's been around you for a long ass time. That's what I mean by old people. Hell, just be on the lookout, because you just never know, who to trust and different things like that. And you always want to listen to your kids, man. I see a lot of people done, expressed how much the parents didn't believe them or help didn't believe them and shit like this. So you always want to take heed to everything that's being presented to you. But let's go ahead and get into it and see what the hell going on with the situation. And we're going to talk about everything in the comment section and during the video as well. Let's go.
Okay, so let's do a part 1 of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, all this started when when I got to the age of 13. So first off, let's start with how I met him. So how I met him was, he just walked through the door one day with my little brother. So what happened was, it was just me and my sister for a little bit, and I was taking her to school every day, and we were living with our grandma. But one night, my mom came through the door, and she was just like, hey, AJ, it's me. I'm going to be taking y'all, to this new apartment and stuff. So when it got to the morning time, this dude walked through the door with my little brother, like I said earlier. And I'm just like, who is this dude? Like, who is this? So yeah, he walks through the door, and I'm like, who is this? And mom goes, that's my new boyfriend. Like, that's my boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she proceeds to tell us that she found this new apartment for us to live in, and we all start packing. Like, we're excited. We all start packing, and she takes us to the new apartment. So when she takes us to the new apartment, we all start unpacking and getting settled down in the house and stuff. And yeah. So yeah, that's where we lived at, and I was still in elementary. So I had to be like in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade. And at the time I was 12, and my 13th birthday was coming up. Like, it was coming up. So yeah, basically we lived in that house until I was about 15, I think 15. Yeah, I think it was 15. But yeah, let's get to the point. So all the weird shit didn't start happening until I realized that my mom was getting drunk, and like all the time, like she was just getting drunk nonstop, all the time. So let's get into the first incident that I thought was weird. So, me being on the age of getting to 13, I thought my hygiene was like the most important. Like, I was like, oh, I fucking stink. Like, like I feel like I stink. I'm gonna go get in the shower. So I'm getting in the shower, and while I'm in the shower, this man gonna come in the bathroom and
Oh no,
so
he
he's
tripping,
peeing,
cuz.
and while he's just taking the shower, minding my business, and he does what he needs to do. So after I get out the shower, I'm doing my little Dougie, my little 1-2, and putting my shoes on, brushing my teeth, getting cute, looking pretty, like, doing all that. And I go to get dressed. I go to get dressed, and then I come out with these little pink frilly shorts. Like, they're not pink, they're like, I think they're like denim, like, y'all know the fake denim, and it has little pink frillies at the bottom, but they're like really small, like they're booty shorts. And I go out into the living room, but I'm not wearing like no underwear with my shorts, so my thing is just hanging out, like my is hanging out. And my mom was sitting on the couch in the living room, and she goes, hey, go put on something, like,
I was just about to say something about the mama.
And my dad's sitting right next to her, and he's just giving me this look, like looking me up and down, like ooh. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was the first incident. So let's fast forward until, fast forward. So my 13th birthday rolls around, and after my 13th birthday, I'm sleeping on the couch.
There wasn't a regular way to describe that, though. Like, like the way she described it was kind of, I don't know. It didn't just seem pure, like you didn't know what you was doing type shit. But you was a kid. I'm not trying to do none of. I'm not trying to go against you. I'm just saying the way it was described. You gotta, when you tell these stories, switch it up. I know you probably gonna run across this. Try to explain it better, because it'll look a certain way. You feel me? We adults over here, we pay attention and shit like that. So nobody gonna be just jumping down your throat about it. But you should try to, when you do story time about it, kind of switch it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we get where you coming from. You trying to describe it, but damn, let's get back into it.
And all my siblings are sleeping in the
Talking about the
other
cat out
room,
and
I'm
all
sleeping
that.
on the couch. So out of nowhere, while I'm sleeping on the couch, I hear the keys jiggling, and that's what wakes me up. So I wake up and I hear my dad. Like, I see my dad, like, not here, but I see my dad walking out the room, my stepdad. So I see him walking out the room, and I'm like, where are you going? And he goes, I'm gonna go to the corner store to get something to drink. And I'm like, can I come with you? And he's like, yeah, you need to put on like something, like you need to put on some clothes. So I put on some clothes, like some shorts and stuff, and I go downstairs and I wait in the car for him. So yeah, I'm waiting in the car, and once he's done doing whatever he did upstairs, he comes downstairs and he gets in the car, and we go to the corner store. And when he's done getting whatever he needs to get in the corner store, he came back out the corner store, he got in the car. I left like one part out. So on the way to the corner store, I fell asleep in his lap. So yeah. So after he got what he needed, he came back out and he got back in the car. So him getting back in the car, I go to lay my head down on his lap again to fall asleep while we're going back to the house. And before he did anything, like before he even started up the car or anything, he lifts my head up and he asked me, like, in my ear while me being halfway asleep, he asked me in my ear, he's like, do you want to do it? Like for part 2, because shit gets hectic, crazy.
Okay, y'all, so we're gonna do a part 2. A part 2 of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, this might sound crazy, but my stepdad is the one that took my virginity. Yep, I said it, he took my virginity. So basically, like I said, in part 1, we had moved to the new apartment, we got settled down there, and we started going to school out of that new apartment. And when my 13th birthday rolled around, I was sleeping on the couch, and that's when I woke up and heard the keys jingling, and then he was coming around the corner. And I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, he's going to the store. We go to the store and he gets what he needs to get. He gets back in the car and, he asked me that question. Do you want to do the nasty one? Like, the... So maybe at 13, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So it wouldn't go in like the first time. Like the first time we did it, the first time it wouldn't go in. So we kept trying and trying and trying and trying. And then one day it finally... So after I went in, that's when, I finally started doing everything, like, saying stuff like, just nasty stuff. So from then on, he's the one that taught me some of the stuff that I know, how do I say it? Intimately, like the intimacy between your partner and your loved one. So what I know now, and like all the intimate stuff, is something that he taught me when we were in a relationship.
I wouldn't call it intimate. That's more lascivious. That's more, I get where you're trying to come from, but it's not that. You were victimized. You were preyed on. And everything in this video that I got to say about anything is all allegedly, because I don't know what's really going on. These are heavy allegations to put on someone. I'm just simply listening to the story, giving my, thoughts and opinions, like y'all subscribe to me for that. This is a reaction channel, you feel me? But you gotta always realize and understand that you're being manipulated, you're being, fondled with. It's too much shit happening to you that you're not even understanding. Grooming. Now it'll have you thinking that you were in love, and it's a lot of different shit that be going on with this. So you always want to be careful and watch out, because that shit be feeling like love when you're young and you're being naive, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know no better, and that shit ain't that real talk. But yeah, let's get back into it.
To get there. So yeah, basically this relationship went on until
so she's saying relationship. It's not a relationship.
At 17, I was in the group homes and shit because my mom kicked me out after the year of, I think it was 2024, the year of 2024. So if you go on Google and search up Aja Burns, like AIJAHBURNS, you'll see that I've been missing since July of 2024.
Let me check it out.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep moving and shit because that's just federal and I don't want to be found at all, nor by my family, nor by my grandma, none of that. Not by my mom, not by my auntie, not by my dad, nobody. They all been like, Asia, where you at? Like, you know, and I tell them I'm with my boyfriend, like I'm with my boyfriend, like I'm living a happy life, I don't want to talk to none of y'all, like, you know. So I'm living my life, and out of the blue, my mom gonna text me talking about, oh, you ruined my life, don't call my phone no more, don't call this phone no more. I'm just like, okay, well, you need to grow up because you're acting like a child. I didn't like, what the fuck? So yeah, no, my mom's an alcoholic. She still drinks till this day. And when I talk to my sister, she sometimes says, hey, Mom, are you drunk? Like, why are you acting like that? And I'm like, damn, in public though? In public? Like, just the other day they were walking the dog and my sister's just like, Mom, are you drunk? And I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at Nado like, dude, that's just sad. Like, that shit is sad as fuck. But yeah, basically my mom was like, I ruined her life and don't call this phone no more. But she, recently she started calling me and telling me that she loves me and that I'm sorry for the things that I said to you and you know, But yeah, that's how it was. And then she's still with the same man. And everybody doesn't like her for that because, you know, everybody believes what he did because they had already seen the messages and, you know, the messages and photos and
she got
support. I'm about to report them again anyway, so like, it's just for to be over with. Because I don't want that man near my siblings. I don't want them, you know, you want to see it ruin your life? Okay. But I'm at home.
Okay, so let's do a part 3 on how this all started. So I'm gonna start with saying, for anybody who thinks I'm trying to play victim, this is a video for you to watch when you leave your kids around. Because you never know what could be happening. I don't care how long you've known them for. I don't care how long you've been around this person. You just never know. Okay, so basically, me and Dude had an on and off relationship till I was about 17.
It's not an on and off
After
relationship.
that, I stopped messing with him and we just
And look,
became friends.
I'm not saying it like in a shit talking way. I'm saying like, damn, I wish he knew better. Damn, it's not that. It's not a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad that people get victimized and they start having that mindset. It's just what's bothering me. Let's get back into it.
We just became cool after that. So in my situation, I feel like my mom knew everything about it. Because this woman, she saw all the text messages, she saw the pictures, she saw how I was on the phone with him every night. She would literally come in my room talking about, why are you on the phone with my husband? And I'm like, because he won't get off. Like, he wants to be on the phone with me. He wants to be on the FaceTime with me. I would hang up the phone and he would call me right back. And then on top of that, he used to be on FaceTime with me all throughout school, on FaceTime all throughout my school while I'm trying to do my work, even in the bathroom. He wanted to watch me use the bathroom, like. And then he said if I didn't call him, he would tell Mom to take away my phone when I get home. Or he would get mad that I didn't want to pick up the phone while I was in class. So as soon as I got home, my mom had to take my phone because I don't know, like he was just being weird. So I got my phone, took it when I got home, and I didn't get it back. And because I had to ask him, like while he was on the phone with my mom, I had to ask him, like, can I have my phone back? So as soon as I got my phone back, I texted him, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put his Facebook account in the comment section. But yeah, another incident that had happened. So you know how little girls be leaving a piece of their clothing in the bathroom after they get out the shower, like a sock or underwear or some pants or something. You always forget something. So there was a time where he told me I left my underwear in the bathroom, and he said that he picked my underwear up and he sniffed it like he would smell it. He would smell it. He would pick my underwear up and he would sniff it. He told me that he sniffed it. Like and comment for part 4. I know what I'm here for. Yep, part 4. So, let's talk about the time this mofo technically kidnapped me and took me to Utah. Again, I agreed to the whole situation, of course. But the thing is, when we went all the way to Utah, he had stopped the truck. My stepdad's a truck driver. So basically, when we made it to Utah, he parked the truck and we were going to sleep. And then while that happened, the police pulled up right behind us and said, we already know she's in the truck, let her out now. So let me tell y'all how this got started. So I was in a group home and stuff, and you know, being in a group home, they have limited interactions and limited choices and limited everything. So basically, in that group home, it was a 7-day waiting period until I could get my phone back. So I got kicked out the house because my mom gave up her rights to CPS and the government so that I could be in and out of group homes, basically. So once that 7-day waiting period was over and I got my phone back, the first thing I did was text my stepdad. The first thing I did was text my stepdad. And I was like, you need to come get me. So I would just be sitting on my phone making my little Instagram reels or whatever, and then I would FaceTime him and talk to him, and we was planning the whole escape together for him to kidnap me and take me to Utah, So yeah, but we eventually ended up rolling down there and we got caught immediately after we parked and we're trying to go to sleep. And then in the group homes for a little bit, it was regular visitation. Like it was regular just me going out to visit somebody. Now at first I was visiting my auntie, but then I took it to the next level and I wanted to start visiting my stepdad. So I told him, you need to come pick me up. I wanna spend time with you. But yeah, even while I was in the house, even before my mom gave her rights up to DCS, it would just be weird stuff happening already. It got to the point where he would say that, don't tell nobody I'm coming to the house, don't tell mom or your siblings that I'm coming to the house because you're just gonna throw a fit. So I didn't tell nobody that he was coming to the house. And then my mom would come and ask me, is DeAndre coming to the house? Is DeAndre coming to the house? And da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro. And I would have to sit there and tell her, no, he's not coming to the house. He's not coming to the house. So he would just be playing these games with her. She didn't even have time to clean up the house or none of that. And then on top of that, I feel like she's supposed to keep the house clean anyway. But with 5 kids, I don't think, yeah. So yeah, after that, the house was never clean when he walked through that door. And then, let me tell you about this other incident that happened. So, I already told y'all about my mom. She's an alcoholic and she drinks too much. So basically what happened was she had to go to the hospital this one time because she got alcohol poisoning and cold stones in her stomach. The little stones you got to take out of your stomach, or the doctor has to take out your stomach. So yeah, that's what she got. And basically they had took her to the hospital for the night and they did what they needed to do for her. So when she left and went to the hospital that night, our grandma had to come over to the house and watch us and the kids. Mind you, my stepdad was still over there. So I'm pretty sure she already knew something was about to happen. So that night that my mom went to the hospital, and my grandma came over and the kids fell asleep, of course, because it was at nighttime. So my grandma came over and she watched all of us, but I was the only one up and my stepdad was the only one up, and he went into the room. So me not wanting to be out there watching TV with my grandma, I went into my mom's room where my mom and my stepdad sleep. And he was in there with no clothes on. He was in there naked. So I got to taking off my clothes and I got in the bed naked and I was trying to go to sleep. Y'all know I wasn't trying to go to sleep. I was not trying to go to sleep. So he got to playing that music, that intimate music, that soul, that R&B, the intimate music and stuff. He got to playing that music and we just got to it. Like and comment for part 5. Y'all want in part 5 so motherfucking bad. Let's do part 5 of how my stepdad was messing with me. So this time, this story takes place in the truck. So last time I told y'all my stepdad was a truck driver and he used to drive the trucks everywhere. So basically when he started driving trucks, I wanted to go with him on the truck to see the world and all that. That's how I was thinking of truck driving. And that's exactly what he was doing. He was picking up loads and dropping off loads and picking up loads and dropping off loads. So, of course, I asked my mom if I could go with him, and her answer was no. So what he did in order for me to go is tell me to act like I was going to walk the dog, going to walk the dog at night. So what I did is I had to basically sneak through the window. So I would just be like, hey, Mom, I'm going to take the dog on a walk, and I would go and take the dog on a walk. But I never told her that he was around the corner. I never told her that he was parked around the corner. And then the other part where I had to sneak through the window is, he told me to sneak through the window of my bedroom, close the window, and then keep, walk around the corner to wherever he was parked at. And then I'd be sleeping in the truck with him. But let's get to the point where we were traveling around the world in his truck. So yeah, basically my mom didn't want me in the truck with him, so I'd have to sneak and go. And then eventually she ended up just being...
So at some point in time during all of this, she probably did feel like they was together. She probably she has been bamboozled. But, I looked her up I done seen the picture of that dude. Like I said, it's all allegedly, but I'm gonna show y'all who the dude is in the video that she talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it's posted a couple of different times, but I'm gonna try to post one of them on this video. It's just some heavy allegations, so I gotta make sure I'm tread lightly with it because I wouldn't want nobody lying on me like this. You feel me? If it was a lie. Not saying that she lying. Y'all get where I'm coming from. But yeah, she has been missing since July 13th, 2024. Like she said, she been on the run after looking into everything that's been going on behind the scenes. But a few people on here saying that they came from TikTok, so I guess she went viral on there. Let's get back into it. I found her TikTok now though.
Okay with it and letting me go. So it was this one trip where me and my little brother and him were going fishing, and we went fishing and we did what we needed to do. We didn't catch no fish, but it was worth a try. So after that, we didn't catch no fish. Everybody had got packed up. We packed up all the fishing rods, and we were all irritated, I guess, because it was hot outside. I don't know if it was hot outside or not, but I think it was hot outside. I thought it was hot outside. But yeah, so we grabbed our fishing rods and we went back to the truck. Me and my little brother went back to the truck, and we got in the truck, and yeah. And then he got in the truck, and he had an attitude, and I don't know why he had an attitude for it, but he just had an attitude. And I went and put the fishing rods up. I was trying to put the fishing rods up, and he got mad because he thought I threw the fishing rod. So he lunged at me and started trying to beat my ass, and he took a whole gallon of water, the whole water jug, and he picked that bitch up and he said, boom, 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 boom. And in my head, I'm getting beat up. I'm just like, what the why? There's more, so like and comment for part 6. So we finna do a part 6. Since all of y'all been wanting a part 6, we finna do a part 6 on how my stepdad was messing with me. Oh yeah, and this is for all of y'all saying this in the eyes. I know that truck drivers do not drive around the world. There are truck drivers all around the world, but they don't drive around the world. So yeah, let's get into it. So a lot of y'all were asking if we still talk. No, we do not still talk. I blocked him. And if I was to unblock him, I wouldn't be blocked. Dead homies. Anyways, let's talk about how you got caught sleeping with me on the couch. Yeah. Let's talk about that. So yeah, my mom caught him sleeping on the couch with me, and he had like his little toes.
If everything she said about the mama is true, the mama been tripping since the beginning. Hell nah. Like what the hell? You can't even be close to mine for nothing. It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And you know it ain't always the men that do this shit. It be women too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it all the way 100. Women be messing with these kids and shit. You gotta watch them. They be calling your kids fine and they 1. Talking about they 60 and shit. Just weirdos. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. Maybe people do things differently in different places, but they just feel so uncomfortable hearing it and seeing it. But yeah, you know, they whole situation is just weird as hell the way she describing it. You know, now I'm pretty sure every single detail ain't 100% facts because, and I'm only saying that because it seemed like, I'm gonna keep it real, like, she feel like they was in a relationship and it's like she was getting her mama back in a way. Like some type of revenge. It might not be true, I'm just saying I'm not saying that situation that happened, I'm just saying she could have amplified certain things. But anyway, it shouldn't have happened. We know that. It's bona fide facts. He should be in jail if this is the truth. I'm just simply saying, like, you know, we just can't trust every single thing we see because it seemed kind of like it's some animosity with the mama, too. But fuck all that. But yeah, you know, just a sad and unfortunate situation that all of this shit been happening. But yeah, this whole interaction, this whole situation, it definitely needs to be investigated to the maximum extent. Let's get back into it, though.
Doing this with my toes and da-da-da-da. And bro, I was born with a birth defect on my toes, and this man still liked putting my toes in his mouth. So let's talk about that part too. Since you want to say, oh, there was a citywide investigation, and you got it all wrong too, because there was not a citywide investigation on which you said there was a citywide investigation about. The citywide investigation in North Carolina was because I ran away, not because I was trying to set somebody up. And for all of y'all saying that I tempted him to do that when I was 13, how can a grown man be tempted?
Yeah, that's
by
real.
A 13-year-old child.
She right about that.
Crazy, because the picture is right here. telling them people like I was talking about, oh, daddy help me, Dondre help me, Dondre help me. Yeah, I was like, Dondre helping me, because you were the only person, you want to know what? You were the only person that would actually come and pick me up. You were the only person that came and picked me up. So it's no telling them people that, oh, I wasn't doing nothing to her. Don't sit up here on TikTok telling them people you're not trying to clear up your name, because if you weren't trying to clear up your name, you wouldn't be making them videos. So I don't want to hear, oh, she's crazy, or oh, she can't get no man, that's why she's talking about, oh, I did something to her. Because, yeah, no, I have a man, baby. Don't. Tell them people how you were all up in my comment section. Tell them people how you said I got a lot of those. Tell them people how you said kidnapping. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, so I'm just coming to TikTok to finish part 6 and tell y'all about my stepdad, since some of y'all are saying that I'm lying and, you know, it's just a story and it's not the truth. I'm coming here to tell y'all that actually, well, it is the truth and I'm not lying. So basically, I have no reason to lie. When this investigation gets finished and all the messages get put out and all like the audio recordings and stuff, you guys will see. It's just a matter of time before these messages and stuff get put out because of the detective and stuff. But I just wanted to tell y'all that there was a couple incidences where my mom actually found out about the messages that was in my phone, because she went through my phone and she found exclusive messages, like explicit messages between me and him, and she lashed out. She called him and was talking to her about messages, and yeah, she tried to beat me up, but I was telling her that he was the one sending me the messages, and like you clearly see the messages are from him. So I don't know why you're coming at me trying to beat me up, and it's clearly because she's on liquor, like she's off the liquor. Now I'm not trying to drag her like that, but this is serious. This is a serious matter. This is not for attention. This is for justice, and I hope y'all can understand that. So we're coming to TikTok today to talk about the whole stepdad thing and how I feel about why he isn't in jail and why they didn't take care of the situation. So basically, I feel like my mom doesn't believe the situation because of, you know, how much she loves her husband, and that she'll lose her husband and she's afraid of losing financial support. So honestly, I don't know. I know my mom. I know how she is, and it's sort of kind of sad that the rest of the family just, you know, cut contact with her because of the choices that she's chose to make. And yeah, that's just how I feel. And I am just at a loss of words. There was a similar situation that happened in the past with another one of my mom's exes. We're gonna say his name on here. His name is Courtney. Unfortunately, that's the name of one of my aunts, but yeah. So this happened when I was really little, and I don't know if my mom's gonna step forward and say anything about it. I doubt that, but so let's get into it. So basically, the dude, his name is Courtney, and when I was littler, this was my mom's boyfriend at the time. So we lived in this little apartment, right? And I had my own room and she had her room, and they both slept together. So basically, where we're going with this is he was a very abusive ex. He used to beat my mom, and I was there for all of it. He used to beat her naked in the closet, and I used to have to watch it all. And yeah. So basically, when I was sleeping, I had a nightmare, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I went in my mom's room to tell her about the nightmare, and she was just like, you can sleep with me. So usually I sleep on my mom's stomach, and that's what I did. So I woke up again because of the same nightmare, and I rolled over, and the dude was just sticking his hand down my pants. And my mom, she knew about the situation because I told her. And I told her about the situation, and they got a restraining order against him, and he wasn't allowed within 12 feet of me. So honestly, I just don't understand why she won't listen to me. But I guess it's because of the alcohol. I don't know, like, if it got to her brain, because I know that alcohol destroys your brain cells when you drink, and it also, it just destroys you mentally and physically and all that. So this is not me, again, trying to drag my mother's name through the mud. It's just, I don't understand. I just don't understand. My auntie is a social media influencer, and she supports this whole story. And the only reason why she supports this whole story is because she caught him. Like, she already caught him. She just doesn't have, I don't know if she still has screenshots or anything like that, but she's asked me to see my school computer before, and she saw everything. Like, I was told to put in my password and put in all that, and I was low-key scared to show her, but she's seen everything. So she just is like, I hope she gets what she deserves. Like, I hope she gets the justice that she deserves. And then she actually used to be cool with said dude. Like, she used to be cool with him, but not anymore. Like, they don't talk no more. Like, when I say the whole entire family has just stopped talking to her, they don't talk to her. Along with my favorite auntie doesn't even talk to her, and she's her sister. So, I mean, yeah, that's just it. I mean, like, there's nothing else to say about it. Not that there's nothing else to say about it, it's just all the pain and hurt that's been caused on the family. Like, even my siblings know, like, they used to have, they know that their father is abusive. Their stepfather, or not their stepfather, but their biological father. Their stepfather is abusive, and that's why my mom got away from him. And then my biological father, my dad, he knows about the whole situation too, and I still talk to him till this day, and I also still talk to my stepmother and their grandmother, or not their grandmother, but my grandmother, which is my biological dad's mom. So I still talk to all of them, and so because I was traumatized from a young age at that situation also, I feel like it made me hypersexual even to begin with, and it's just, I didn't think it was gonna happen again after that. So so as a result of this whole situation, this is what I chose to tell my mom right here. I talked to my aunt about it also, and this is what she said.
Now, that situation right there, it is crazy. It's a lot of different twists and turns in this whole story. I don't know what to believe and what's true and what's not true, but I do definitely believe something did happen. You know what I'm saying? Based on what she said, like, only simply because what really makes me believe that is, like, she kind of feel like they were in a relationship type shit. Like, she telling every single detail about a relationship that she thought that she was in versus telling the story, like, just point blank period. She was like giving y'all the whole rundown, Yeah, that's why I kind of be like, maybe some shit did happen because she really thought that this was really something, But we'll never know the truth. It's just my thoughts and opinions. I want to know y'all thoughts and opinions on this, and we're going to talk about everything in the comment section. All right.